Hi, this is Stephanie Reck, and I just want to ask you some questions today. I just want to ask you how you're doing with your stress levels. How are you doing with your peace? Do you feel at rest? I know there's so much going on, so much, and there's so much that can absolutely steal our peace and our joy. But I want to ask you the very question, how are you doing with it? What are you doing to relax? What are you doing to have peace? Are you using things that may not be helpful? Do you have any tools in your tool bag? Good mental health, we can grab what's called tools out of our toolbox. And basically, what that is just taking like healthy things that are going to manage our levels of stress. So, I guess what I'm asking is what healthy tools are you using to manage your stress levels? Or maybe I should ask what unhealthy tools you are using. I want to challenge you to really think about that, but I want to leave you with some truth today, okay? No matter what you're pulling out of your tool box, bag, whatever you want to call it to help with stress, the most important thing that you can pull out and that you should be pulling out is time with God. And I know so much pulls at us so that we don't have that time. So many things compete for our time and attention. And so much says to us, that's not really important, or you don't have time for that. You got to go here, there, and everywhere else. But here's what I'm saying is if you're feeling an elevated amount of stress, there is nothing going to do like getting in the presence of God and being still. Now, here is what I'm going to say. Is it difficult to get quiet and still before the Lord, especially when you've been super busy or you haven't done it or so much is pulling at you? You better believe it. I mean, I know like you may just honestly feel like this is going to be an impossibility. But what I will say is when you practice getting into the presence and the peace of God, like that's really all you want to be and do. Everything else you're just like, woo. And what I will say is if you just give yourself an opportunity, even if and I had to do this over the weekend, I had to play some what's called soaking worship music. You can YouTube it, soaking worship music, and I had to play that in the background just to be able to get my soul still and my mind still, which that still, because I had been super busy and super up here, that still took a long time. And for me, I can normally get still fast. And so I know a lot of you are like that. It took a while. But I'm going to say that was once I got into that time in that presence, I just felt not only the peace of God come over me, but then I had and I would say suggest this to get your journal and a pen out in your Bible because you know what? I could hear the Lord. It opened up where I could hear the Lord and I began to write what the Lord was speaking to me. Don't you know that's going to bring peace when you can hear from God? When you can't hear from God, oh my word, you're going to be like in every direction. You're going to be going uh, over here, over there, everywhere. And that, oh my goodness, it's going to get your stress levels super, super high. Because don't you know everything competes for your time, attention, and resources? And so once you begin hearing God's voice, oh, it just soothes your very, very soul. And then you get into the word and God starts speaking through the word to you. Don't you know the scriptures speak not only truth, but they speak peace to us. They bring comfort. And so the number one tool that I want to give you if you are feeling elevated levels of stress and peace, I want to encourage you, women of God, and even if you're not yet, I want to encourage you to carve out time, okay? Make the time Make the time. If you got to get up earlier, you got to get up earlier. Or you may need to after the kids go to bed or whatever time you have, but make it a priority to get into the presence of God and sit there and wait upon God. Those that wait upon God shall renew their strength. So if you're feeling weak and weary and stressed, when you sit and you wait upon the Lord, you get your strength renewed and you get the things that you need. God will give you a word to help you, strategies to help you in the stress that you're going through. You see, if we're trying to do things on our own strength, there's no way we're not going to make it, and especially in this day and age that we're in. Um, and this is just for what I want to share with you today. This is the major number one tool that I will say to use when you are under stress and anxiety and feeling, you just can't. You're here, everywhere. Okay, there's so many other tips and tools that I am going to share. I'm going to be doing a online coaching course, and it's going to cover tips and tools and practical applications on how you can heal and have freedom from stress, chronic stress, in particular with women. And I'm gonna, incorporate the mind, body, and spirit and how you can do these things. So, keep checking back, go to my website because I'm gonna be downloading that course the end of September. And I'll also download a lot of free material as well. Um, But the number one thing that I want to leave with you today is the number one tool that you can use, okay, to help with stress and anxiety is your time with God in stillness and quietness. And I am not underestimating it. Let me tell you what, there is something about getting still and quiet. Because in our fast paced world and our busy social media, electronic frenzied world, we do not know how to be quiet. We do not know how to be still. And don't you know, if you do not know how to be quiet and still, you cannot hear from the Lord and you cannot get your body in the alignment that it needs. There's something about when you get in the presence of God and you've been under His covering, man, that peace just comes all over you. And so I want to leave you with that today to make sure that you're taking the time that you need to get under God's covering and presence. Okay? Do it. And I know it may not be easy, okay, at first, but I'm here to tell you the more you do it, the more you're going to want to do it and the better you're going to feel, okay? You're going to feel better physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And so, isn't that what we all want? Yes, we can run to everything else. Yes, we can. Okay. But we need to make this our top tool that we take. All right. So, I would love to know your thoughts. I would love to know what you may need from a program, a coaching program that I'm going to be doing on stress recovery and women, geared towards Christian women. But I would love to know what you need, what you want to learn about. Okay, so just keep checking back because I'm going to be posting more videos. So I pray that you have a blessed day and I cannot wait to hear from you.